Hello guys, good afternoon and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Karen. Thank you for joining me. In today's video, I'd like to review two items that I started on last week. Today's Sunday. Two items I started on last week throughout the week and was going well. One is this cotton poplin that I promised to make using this pattern. Made it before, did not finish it because I made it in all black and it wasn't a good choice of color or fabric because the full black didn't allow me to display the true features or design of the pattern. I like it because of the little flare action on the tail of it, that little flare there on the hem. It's actually two pieces, but what I did is I extended it by the length of the hem, that piece. I'll see if I can explain what I'm referencing, but either way, my issue with it is the fact that I did it, made a few adjustments. As I said, this piece of it that came to the end. So here is the actual skirt. The bodice is here and this is the skirt. So this piece, which is the flare, is supposed to be two pieces. I just made it one and extended the whole thing. And I think I absolutely love this. My concern is when I almost got to the end, had the button plackets on for both pieces. This pointy piece, I got it on perfect, got the point perfect. However, this piece, when I was putting it on the dress form, got stretched out. I don't know if I can see it, if you can see it. It got stretched out to the point that it ripped right down to where the other piece caught it. So that was the end of my fabric. I took my arms out, my shoulder parts out from the dress form and tried to get it on, and it was really difficult even with this part open. So after it ripped, I decided not to bother because what I was trying to do was cut a longer piece of the button placket so that it would extend and cover the error, because I clipped into the curve too early, and so I was trying to recover by getting this piece, the placket, longer, getting it on the dress form, and it ripped. So I just kind of called it a day and just ripped it. So out of frustration, I was upset. So I checked again. I want to do it in this fabric. A couple design features that I changed with the pattern. The pattern called for a regular collar, and what I did with mine is I wasn't planning on putting collar on. I didn't cut a collar. What I did was cut a one of those little bows, those longer neckties from one of my tops. I think it was from Vogue 88 something, one of my shirt patterns that I make a lot. I cut a collar from that, and it was one of those neckties. And because this piece has a little the button placket didn't close all the way up to the collar, you know, like a regular shirt would, like this would. It has this extra piece that comes out, and then the collar would extend from that. So if I put the tie on, it wouldn't impact this placket closure at all. It'd actually be beneficial. So that's what I opted for with this one. Again, since the fabric got ruined, I'm gonna replace it. I'm actually doing that today because their sale ends today. That fabric is still on their website. I think it's $7 a yard. So I'm going to try and get it and replace it and do it. And I think I saw another one that will work well with it as well. So I'm going to take a look. I think they have a 20% off cotton, sateen, and linen this weekend. So I'm going to go back and take a look and get this replaced. Once I get this replaced, I think it's something that I'll be making a lot because I tried it on and I absolutely love it. Love it with this flare piece. Not necessarily the little button, the little belt holder that comes down, but yeah, I can see myself changing this the way I changed the shirt patterns and make it my own. So this is definitely an option for me. Again, this got ripped and damaged, and I'm going to replace it because it's on sale this weekend on their website. So that's that for that one. So one down for the weekend, not a perfect week for me. The next one is that one that I promised. It was a shirt dress, and it's one I've made several times. So I know it wasn't the make. I think this is one of those that I can say my choice of fabric was not the right one, because on sewing it, I don't know if it happens. I'm sure it happens to many other people who sew. I don't know if you guys, when you're sewing, there is a vibe or a feeling you get with a fabric or a pattern that you can't wait to finish it. You're absolutely excited about each phase of the way, each step of the way. You just can't wait for it to be done. And you put everything into it. I wasn't feeling this one. When the fabric came, I remember in my last video, I told you guys that the blue was not the color that I anticipated. And I checked on my screen and my phone before buying it, and it's not the color I expected. So I had something in mind, came, and it was different. And so I decided to make a shirt with it, and a shirt dress. Maybe if I had made a shirt with it, it wouldn't have been bad, but I had 3 yards and not sure what else to do with it. So I made a shirt dress, and I made this one. It's Vogue 9299, and it's view B. And I was going for view B with just the one ruffle on the end on the arm, because I'm thinking 2 is too much, and that fabric wasn't the best of choices. So getting this far, I'm like, I don't even know where I'd wear that to, apart from inside. So maybe for right now, what I'll do is use bias binding to cover the arm's eye, and fold it in on itself and close it like with a navy or something like that, something that's matching, and just call it a day, put the buttons on. Because as it stands right now, getting ruffles on, as I was trying to do with this one, got the second one in, I was like, no, I'm really not feeling it. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it turns out for this material. So it's just one of those things that I'll just chop up to a loss. I'm not feeling it at all. It's just not me. And I love this pattern because I've made it several times. I think I've made it over 3 or 4 times. So I know it's not the pattern. Again, I think it's the fabric choice. This is a thin cotton poplin, which I think was just the wrong fabric choice. So I just chalked that up to that. And that was how I spent this week in terms of weekend. I think it was a waste. Not really, because I learned something from this and I'm going to replace it. But for this one, I think that's where I'm going to end it and not be bothered with it, because it's wasting my time to figure out or finish something that I know I'm not going to get a lot of wear from. It's best I spend my time on something that's practical or something I can learn something from. So for this one, I'll try another pattern, another fabric from my stash, or replace it with something else. But at this point, that's where we're going to leave that. As again, I'm just going to get bias binding, finish the arm's eye, and put some buttons on. And hopefully that will help to recover that one. So those were my 2 failures for this week, is what I'm going to call them. My unfinished one I'm going to finish, which is that one. The other one I'm going to toss and start all over with another fabric that I'll replace it with. Simplicity sale this weekend. I got about 4, and these 4 are ones that I think I like or love. So this is definitely something that I think I will be working on or sewing. I can feel them. There are so many others, and I think I could have racked up on a lot like many others, but I don't think it makes sense for me to be buying them, not using them, and then just pile them up for having them sake. There have to be somewhere I try to cut the line. I used to do that. I don't do that anymore. So for these, I think when the sale started, what I did was went in and got some replacements of patterns that were really worn or tissue that needed changing. Some of them they no longer carried in the stores, or maybe if I get a sale from Simplicity online, maybe they'll stock them there, but looks like some of them are no longer in print. So I'll try online. But I got a few of the new releases, and I'm going to go over them right now. The first one looks like a vintage one. It's Simplicity 9700, and I love this jumpsuit. I think I've seen it in a newer version release. Maybe if not, I think the pocket designs on this, I've seen in a couple newer ones that have been released. So I'm thinking that's where it's something that's coming back. I love that. I have made a shirt that I've shown before using that collar. It's like, it doesn't have a collar stand. It's just the plain collar. So I love that. It's just one whole pop, and I love a pop collar. But my favorite one, this I think is more a casual one, but this one I love it as a dress up. I absolutely love that one. I like the sleeve with the cuff, and I like just the whole idea without the pocket. It's 2 bust pockets, and I love that. The other one looks like more a utility pants, so I like that one. It's something I'm thinking about making, but for the fabric, I'm not sure yet. I think definitely it might be like a cotton sateen or something for me, but let me take a look and see what recommendations they have on the back of the pattern. So the suggested fabrics are lightweight wool, a wool flannel, a tweed, gabardine, soft lightweight double knit, linen, silk linen. There's crepe, there's denim, there's chino, there's poplin, canvas, and duck. So it's various types of fabric. And look at the illustrations on the back. Looking at it, you would never think that, but clearly it needs a belt. It's like one whole jumpsuit, just one straight jumpsuit, and then I guess depending on how it's made, your body transform the whole look. But again, I like view B, and for view B, it says let me see. I think for me on this, it would be a size 16. Yeah, and the size 16 would be 3 3/8 yard of fabric. So, but then the finished garment would take me back up to a size 12. Yeah. So the finished garment for me is a size 12. I was looking at it actually before you actually cut it, but the actual size would be a size 12. And for me, that is saying 3 1/4 yards of fabric for view B. But I definitely like this in something that has a little sheen. And I think a cotton sateen, slight sheen, but a lot of structure, a balance for me that I can manage. So that is definitely this one. I'll put a couple of options that I might be seeing for that jumpsuit in pictures or something there. I'll insert something that kind of reflects where I'm going, what ideas I have with this. I have nothing on hand for this one right now. So I'm thinking of possibly, again, a cotton sateen. That's for me something that has sheen and provides a little structure while still giving you a bit of flexibility. So that one is definitely for me. That's Simplicity 9700. The next one is Simplicity 9714. And this one is more like the one I talked about last week. Only difference is the blazer is different. I like the idea now of a linen shorts and blazer set. So this is definitely up that ideal for me. The blazer, it looks pretty simple and casual. It's a bit different because it has that tie on the side, which is different. It has pockets which are right up my alley in terms of not necessarily pocket that has a lapel, which is something I'm kind of still adjusting to. But yeah, I think I can go with this one. And the waist, it looks like something elasticated. Not sure I'm gonna go with that. I'd rather just do a full-on zip front, fly front, but who knows, it might just come in handy. And I think it's the same thing for the shorts. The fabric recommendations for this one, again, a linen. So for me, I'd do a full black linen suit because I like that. I have nothing that's full black apart from slacks, dress work pants, that's it. So for me, linen would be fine. There's cotton right here, there's a rayon suiting, there's denim, there's crepe, and yeah, that's about it. It says, let me look at finished garment again. So for me, a finished garment would take me up to a size 8, which is really weird. I need to look at this closely because I know I'm not that tiny, so it must be like a real roomy suit. So again, I love the short set. The pantsuit I'm not yet feeling, but it's an option. I absolutely love this blazer and the short set, and I'm thinking of the black, as I mentioned last week. I absolutely have that black in mind. It's something I like and would definitely love a linen black pantsuit, shorts, and blazer suit. So that's Simplicity 9714. Again, the blazer, it doesn't look like, from the illustration, it doesn't look like it's a lot of work. As usual, line blazer just looks like something that's not necessarily. Let me take a look. It doesn't say anything about aligning. Yeah, it does. It does have a lining, about half yard. So it does say it has to be lined. But again, it does not look complicated as the one I just did. This looks more something similar that I can manage. Even if I don't want to do a fly front, the elasticated waistline there. So it's still a great option and a wardrobe staple for me. If it came in like, if I made it in like a black linen suit, I absolutely see that, and I love this one for that. That's something I could look into. Again, one of my stores having a sale, so linen, I need to take a look at that as well. The next one I see is Simplicity 9701. And for this one, I absolutely love it, and I love it for the neckline. It is for stretch fabric, and I know I have issues with my serger, so this one might be the one that takes me over and kicking that serger and just getting it done. But I absolutely love View B. The neckline is something I could see, and I think of, for me, this would be like in a royal blue. I'd like this in a black ponte knit. And I've gotten a couple ponte knits from different retailers and stores, but they're not all the same. I've gotten a couple that I can think when I say it's a really sturdy knit, it's true to what it says. It's hard to find. But again, the colors that I've been looking at for this one would be, for me, like a royal ponte knit, a royal blue. I could also see this one in another, like, I'm not really the bold color, maybe one in every color, who knows, maybe a black. This is one of those that I could see me wearing with even a blazer in the week outside of work. You pull the blazer off and you should be good. There's not much places I go anyway, but just a nice bodycon dress with this neckline, absolutely gorgeous. I don't have anything with that neckline cut, so I think this dress is definitely a winner. I like the fact that the body of the dress, the whole thing cuts neatly on the neckline, but as you descend, if you take a look below the knee, it narrows in there, so it kind of helps to pull your shape together. Don't know how it will look on for me, but it's something I'm willing to give a try. And again, View B is where I'm going with this one. And I'm going with, let me see, finished garment for me would be, I'm looking at a size 16, and a dress would be 2 1/8 yard of fabric. So this is not bad. Definitely not bad for this dress. I absolutely love it, and it's something I will be making. So yeah, I love it. The next one I'll be looking at is the Simplicity, oops. It's one of those that I pulled off the display. It is Simplicity 9702. I don't want to pull it up, the whole envelope. 9702. And this for me is a nice dress. I got it for View C. Now, I saw this fabric, had no idea what to do with it. Similar to that animal print dress I made probably in my last 2 or 3 videos back. That was a cotton voile. This is what came to mind. I saw another one. It wasn't an animal print, but it's one of those kind of geometric print. It was beige and black in that same family line, and I think I'm gonna get it for this one. It's perfect. I'll insert a picture of that and let you see. I like the little designs on the sleeve. It's neat. It's not too much cute. It's cute, that little ruffle going on right there. V-necks are not really my thing, but I'm willing to give it a try because I see this as like a flare fit dress that I can just pull on go to the store or just walk around the house, or just something that one of those days you're feeling kind of cute, you want something light, nothing to your skin, just something flowy that still looks classic and still is a nice wear. That doesn't look just drab or just because it's a big flowy dress. It's just all fabric. Looking for something that, you know, provides some sort of style, but at the same time, it does comfort. So it's a functional fashion piece, a functional staple that can be in your closet. And I think this is, View C will do that. The others, I'm not so sure, but again, I like View C for that. And for this pattern, it looks like the options or recommended suggestions on this one are poplin, there's gauze, there's cotton blends, there's linen, and this lightweight fusible that's required for this one. So the one I had in mind was the cotton voile. So this one, it says lightweight, so I think that will work. The gauze, cotton gauze too, will provide that roomy, light, flowing fabric feel. So yeah, that will definitely work for me as well. On the back of this, I'm going to go with the finished one again. And for me, the finished garment would get me in a size 10 for the bust and, hold on, no hip requirement here because it's so flowy and roomy. Then there's a lot of space for my whole rest of my whole body. No need for measurement. But yeah, a size 12 would be perfect for me in this View C. And based on this, I would need 3 3/4 yards of fabric. So this is another good one that I can just create, run around, put on a nice slack in terms of some sandals or something like that. And I'm good to go. Absolutely love View C. And funny story about dresses, I didn't like dresses until I started making my own. I started making about 1 or 2, and then I, you know, really got comfy in terms of how they look, how they feel, but I would not go in the store and buy myself a dress simply because one part would fit, the other wouldn't, and I would just look weird. So having the ability to make the adjustments I want or see a pattern that I think I'd like and I try it is one of those things. It might not work. It might not be my perfect fit, but at least I'm able to decide which one I want and which ones I'm not going to wear. And this one is one of those. I didn't like them at first, just too much fabric. But after my first one, I absolutely love it. So yeah, this is something that I can see myself rocking. So this is one of those options, and I'll put that fabric, my fabric option, and insert the pictures so you take a look and see definitely what it is like. Yeah, the next one I have is not from my recent haul that's happened with Simplicity, but I saw this white dress design. I think I would be able to get it made using this particular pattern, 8090, I think it is. McCall's 8090. And I think I'll go with View A. View C kind of looks like it, but I'm going with View A because it has the sleeves. The design, I'll insert it right above so you can take a look, but the design has like a nice flowy, like a 3-tier design. It's white and it was absolutely just gorgeous for me. I loved it. On seeing it, the way it was displayed, I do not have a white dress and I had plans for making this into something else. Yeah, but I think this eyelet would be perfect for it. Absolutely perfect for it. I have about 3.5 yards last time, I think, in this. So I think this will do it. And View A on this one says it's 2 1/4. I'd go with a medium for my measurements. And yeah, 2 1/4. Give me 1 second. I'm just checking to make sure. Yeah, 2 1/4 for the medium. So yes, I love this. Again, the weather is becoming better outside, and I think a white dress would be ideal for spring, summer. That's my idea for this. I'll insert it so you can take a look, but this is the best pattern. I could see that fits that dress, that design. If you can think of another one that's better than this or provides more design options, let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely take a look at it. But for right now, that's my idea. The best pattern I could select that would get me that dress that I saw. I absolutely love it. I think, I mean, let me see. A cotton gauze would be fine as well instead of the eyelet. But again, I think the eyelet brings more drama to the simple design because the fabric itself has its own design going on and all you're doing is putting it together, a couple rectangles. So yeah, I think that's awesome as well. My next 5 patterns, I think, 3 and 2, 5. Yeah, my next 5 patterns will be a couple of my Vogue patterns that I have. I'm thinking about tackling a few of them this season. But for this one, I think this for me is my absolute favorite. This design feature with the front, it's like a crisscross at the front. And I've seen a more recent Vogue design with that. I'll insert that feature. But the only difference with that one is I think it ties around at the neck and then at the back it becomes one. But this one, there's a crisscross detail at the bust, and then the back design is what I like. So you have this drama going on at the front, well fit bodice, neat and everything. Then it has a cross section on the skirt, and you get to the back and it's just one zipper in the back. Absolute beauty. So depending on the fabric for this one, and it's a line dress, close fitting, crisscross seam bodice, and the options are a pontonette, crepe, gabardine, and pique on this one. And the fabric for a size 12 for me comes down to 1 5/8. I was thinking more fabric based on the design, but again, it's not a lot. So yeah, absolutely love this one, but I wouldn't be making this one in a ponte. Sorry. More crepe would be up my street, but yeah. Not thinking of any ideas right now, fabric, but as I'm going through, if I see any, I'll kind of add them in, put them in there, because again, this dress is absolutely gorgeous. I'll also put the latest design of Vogue that I've seen with the neck going around and then the back becomes one, because it's my favorite. I think it has an A-line skirt for that one. Well, this one is a close fitting on the skirt. So yeah, the next one I have, or 2 actually, are going to be jumpsuits and pants. But this one, Vogue 1652, I liked for this one. That's view A. I don't know about view B, but view A is my absolute favorite. I actually had the fabric, but not for this. I bought the fabric and I made it into one of those long shirt dresses I've included in the stuff I made. But yeah, this fabric is absolutely gorgeous. I love the way the dress moves. And I think there is, I'm not sure if it was Somi Style who has a design like that for view B. She has a pattern similar to that on view B. So yeah, I absolutely love it. I love it for the flare action going on there and the countless options that are available to modify this dress in terms of making the flare action going on at the bottom and changing up the sleeves. But I like the fact that it has a yoke and the ability to actually cut and make the design yours. I like the tie neck, and I like the yoke action going on. So this one has the options of a chiffon, a georgette, chalet. That's about it. And for view A, which is the one that I like, it's not much. It also requires a lining, 1 7/8 yards of lining for that one. I'm trying to find the options. Yeah, not much. A collar, a cuff, a tie. Yep, I think I like it. And it requires about 2 5/8 yard of fabric. So not a bad one. Again, I like it for view A, just the flare action going on. This one, no way. But yeah, view A. dress up, dress down, definitely an option. The next one I have is Vogue 1719, and I love it for view A. She's rocking it well. She's absolutely gorgeous. I like that bell, yeah, the bell action going on at the on the pants. I don't know if I'm brave enough to wear it. That's something way back before my time, but it's still a classic look. It's close fitting, but at the same time, I think it's really gorgeous. I'm not sure if it's a color that she's rocking it in. This one, I don't really like the color in that one, but that brown color is just, it's just a nice look. I love it. I see it as a cotton sateen or a twill. I'm looking for it. Come on. Close-fitting jumpsuit with front zipper, patch pockets with zipper detail, flared legs, self belt, sleeve variation, the fabrics, the stretch woven. So definitely cotton sateen would be an option with this one. There is also medium weight denim. There's a pont in it, and yeah, those are the options. And again, for a view A with this one, I'm looking to see how much fabric it would take. Yeah, 2 5/8. And for me, again, this one is definitely a cotton sateen, offering a little sheen that kind of steps it up a bit from being just casual. Still a classic piece, but for me, a cotton sateen with a little sheen just elevates the look. And depending on the color you choose and everything else that goes with it, yeah, I definitely like view A. It's a nice one. I probably need to learn to make the belt, and I've seen a couple of videos, pretty simple in terms of wrapping the buckle, and I think you could probably just use a belting or interfacing, but something I know not much about, so I won't get into it. I guess when it comes to making one, I'll take a look at the options and decide, but I absolutely love those self belts. A Vogue 1645, this one's been around for a long time. I think I've seen Mimi G and a couple others making this one, but I'd love this one in a red. Absolutely love it. On looking at the front, I was like, no, the design has me going crazy with the, you know, overlapping piece, like it's unfinished or something going on. The back I can see, but then I looked at the line drawing, and those illustrations is what sold me. Not necessarily the way the design looks at the front. It looks like it's unfinished, that piece coming over. Yeah, it's kind of like I didn't see that first. But again, looking at the illustrations and the details that goes into that, I absolutely love it. It's something I can see myself wearing. I like this one for looks like the design details in terms of how it's finished. It looks like it's got a lot of structure in it, and it's something that I definitely would wear. For this one, the fabric choices are medium weight cotton blends. Crepe is in this again, and denim. I'm not seeing a denim in this one for me, but yeah, I like the cotton blend or the crepe. So yes, not for the way it looks at the front. The back I can dig. The line drawings is what I'm kind of bent on. Absolutely love it, and it's something that I could branch off in those two jumpsuits, because I've always wanted to kind of start doing pants for myself in terms of the body structure, and try to learn how to make it. A few of you have recommended a couple resources, like a book someone mentioned. I don't remember, this famous gentleman who created also the shirt making book. One of you mentioned that this week. I absolutely appreciate that information. I'm going to be looking at that. Yeah, so for me, these are easy into breaking into a pants, because they're not body hugging or close fitting, not much into making it, because it comes with the top and it's not a tight, you know, like a tight jumpsuit. The other one, yes, I'd have to learn how to make the pants and have it make adjustments to fit me. Yes, so definitely. The other one is, I've had this forever. Always love the design of the jacket, like several pieces. That pants is also a great one, but I got it for the jacket because at the time I couldn't make pants. But on looking at it, it's something I absolutely love. I think on research and looking at it, I think Miss Erica Bunka has made this jacket before, and I looked at her finished one, and it was what sold me. I absolutely love it. But then take a look at the line drawings on that. There's lots of opportunities to make adjustments for that to fit your body, because there's several pieces. It's not just one. I normally like that because of the experience in making blazer. I like the jackets with various pieces because there's so many options to make adjustment, not just two pieces that you cut and put together. So yes, I absolutely love it. And then the finishing at the front closely, I like that piece because it's like a two piece. It's not like one whole piece that makes that front. There's another piece, and then there's the hidden pockets right there. But then there's a hook at the front. I can see many options for this one. It's like a casual piece and also just, you know, everyday piece if you want to have it dress up. So yes, this one's definitely a winner for me. It's something I could definitely make. And the fabric options for this one are stretch wovens again, denim, crepe on this one, and linen. For me, I think I'd venture into linen with this one. I like the neat neck finish that I was telling you about right there at the top for that. Yeah, I absolutely love it. But for me, I think linen would be my ideal for this one. So yes, these are a few of my Vogue patterns that I have that I'm gonna be working on this summer, spring. Season is fast approaching. I remember before, when I just started my channel about 3 months ago, wow, time flies. I wasn't into making anything for winter because I'm not a winter person. The weather just keeps me down, but it's approaching my season. Normally my vibes change and I'm excited about sewing again. So who knows, maybe I'll be making a lot more videos and stuff like that. I have plans coming up for a one of those jackets. I know it's not the season for it, but I have a trench coat coming up. Absolutely love it. The inside's gonna be beautiful. I like the design I chose. I also a Vogue pattern. I also have a couple of other dresses and stuff coming up. Yeah, so I'm also getting the replacement for this. Again, it's still on the site for about $7, but I've seen something else that I like, so maybe I'll venture into that. So yes, I'll finish those for the next video. And I also have my sewing room update coming up for that one. I have a couple of things I'm still working on, but yes, that's in the making, coming up soon. So that's all I have for this week. And if you've stuck around with me this long, I thank you very much for watching. Again, thanks for coming back. And if you're new, I'd appreciate you subscribing. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye.